Next, on the same hot plate, we have Engineer Sai Vineeth, BTech Computer Science Engineering from IIT Bhubaneswar, India.
His research interests include machine learning, algorithm development, web development, and business analytics. Please give it up for Engineer Sai Vineeth.
Hello everyone, my name is Kata Savinit. Now today I would be speaking about mind and machine. So this is dedication for Dr. T.D. Singh and Varun Agarwal. So I would be speaking about evolution of AI and AI dungeon experiment and Tay experiment, and regarding Instagram also what it happens, and the limitations of AI and insights from Vedanta. So generally we know that mind is like a conscious thing, like personality or traits, what we do and what we are thinking. These things all come under mind. And a machine is like a machine in the sense we would be giving some things to do. It would be doing the desired work. And artificial intelligence is a simple word, is mimicking human brain, human intelligence. Next. So in the evolution of AI, it's starting. There are many things were going on in AI where they want to mimic human intelligence. And at 1956, there was a Dartmouth workshop where people gathered, discussed about AI. And at that time, they were focusing on symbolic reasoning and all the problem solving using algorithms. And at the same time, in the 1970s, it shifted to databases, mean where there would be so much amount of data, and the machines would making the decisions. And from 1974 to 1980, it went on downtrend where AI was unable to recognize the person when he came in front of the machine again. Once he came, he was unable to, and there were many problems it faced. And after that, neural networks gained attraction. At the same time, it gave it was focusing on like if you want to know weather forecasting or any other forecasting where you would be having huge amount of data, you need to predict it. So neural networks were helping in that way. And again 1987 to 1993, again second AI winter happened, in the sense it was downtrend because people were expecting the results according to them, but the things weren't going on the way. So funding got rejected, and afterwards Deep Blue, I think you guys know, Deep Blue is a machine where it would be doing, where it can play chess with a person, computer versus a person, where it defeated chess grandmaster Gary Kasparov in 1997. Then AI got boom, and nowadays deep learning is booming out in the market, and it can do computational big computations with various data. So AI is divided into these parts. First is machine learning, where you would be giving so much of data and it would be predicting what is happening, what would be happening. And if I give this much data, if you take some data with weather also, or if you want patient's trend in the next month, will it be high or low, based on that. And natural language processing, in the sense now artificial intelligence is trying to understand our language. If you know Marathi, if you are speaking in the Marathi, it should convert into computer language, machine language. So this is one of the field. And expert systems. Expert systems in where you would have seen a Google search bar where it would be giving the text predictions. Here expert systems rely on human experts and the programmer who programmed it. Only these things it would be relying on. And speech recognition. When you talk on the Google or anywhere, if you want to speak, this is a field it is going on. And computer vision, it is also booming field. If you take nowadays, if police or any other person are trying to use these things, where you can recognize a person when there are clutter of people, if you want to know the thing and how many people are there and how many things. And other field is robotics. uh, I think you guys know where robots were doing our task. And other side is planning the things and every other things. So this is one of the famous experiment. I think you guys know ChatGPT, but before that, this came into the picture, a dungeon experiment. It was a text-based adventure game where you would be giving the story and every other. It would be giving the story and you would be giving the outputs and everything as a user, and afterwards it would be giving the next story and you would be giving the things. It would be going on a story basis. Today this is happened, and the next you would be going into this thing and next thing. So it was an adventure game where we play in the mobile nowadays. Adventure game is a normal game, but it is based on words. So it used GPT-2, generative pre-trained transformer model from OpenAI. And in this, the people faced was AI was misinterpreting the instructions given to it, and AI was unable to give contextual or clear thing to the people. Context and every other thing was missing here in the AI dungeon. Next. And another experiment is AI experiment. It is also a famous thing, and it was conducted by Microsoft, and it was deployed in Twitter, where you can interact with the chatbot. At the same time, people gave the information in a inflammatory way, in the sense you are a racist, and many other things. It got fed, and after within few minutes of time, few hours of time, it started speaking in that language, inflammatory language. So after 16 hours, it has closed this experiment in the Twitter. So if you are feeding the AI with good data, it was fine. Before Tay, there was another similar thing they deployed in China. It was working well, but when it came to here, it got fed with many malicious things. So it can, if something is fed with malicious things, it can turn into evil also for us. Next. And I think you guys know Instagram also, and Instagram would rank in various ways. Generally, how it does is you are under, guys, and if you are watching something in the mobile, and something related to some movie, you are one of the person, and there would be similar type of mindset guys, like 100 people in the world, and if the first person watches that, it would be giving on that, or else if you're not watching it, it would be giving on the trending things and every other thing. And how Instagram catches the information is, if you are having an Instagram feed or stories, it would be taking information about your post also, and information about the person who posted it, and your activity, and your history interacting with someone. If you are interacting with someone, it would be taking the history also. And if you take reels, nowadays it got famous, where people would be seeing it so much time, and it would be seeing your activity. You are interested in food. At this time, you would be interested in food. So if I'm giving about food, then you would be liking it. So it gives based on your activity, daily activity. It does. And if you are interacting with the person, it would be taking that thing also. And what information about the reel, is it on the trending page, or what is happening, and is a person authentic or not, information who posted it. Next. And next thing, how you can influence what you see, in the sense you would be picking the close friends. So mostly if you are in a close friends group, you would be having common traits, so it would be taking that thing also. and it would be giving us choice to mute the people we are not interested. So accordingly, the content can generate, and we can recommend as not interested topic. If you're not interested in some ceramics or any other thing, you would be keeping not interested. Next, it wouldn't be giving about that thing. So what its motive in the sense is, if it want to engage you more time so that it can earn revenue through ads and every other way. So behavior also changes. If you see practically, uh, what happens in the outside scenario is, there would be, political campaigning is going on, where it would be posting about this person is good. If I tell some BJP is good, and if you saw five six reels good about it, you would be getting n number of things good about it. After 3 months of time, you would be creating a picture that this is correct, this is wrong. So your ability to think is being manipulated here. So you may be getting correct information or not, but you you have created a positive thing about it or negative thing about it automatically. So it can change your behavior also. And but there is limitation. It cannot store your sensory memory or emotional memory. These things cannot happen with this. Only it can know your behavior, what is happening in the behind. Yes. So limitations of AI are, we cannot experience dream. We can experience dreams, but AI cannot, because it is not an individual being. And creativity also, it lacks, because we can think independently, where independent thinking lacks here. And we can forget the things at some moment, and AI cannot until we program it. And same thing, it lacks emotional or contextual memory. Yeah, if you compare humans also, robots or any other thing, it can compute faster, and if you take aeroplane, it can run efficiently. But if they are doing these many things, do you think AI is intelligent? Anyone? Do you think if it is doing these many things, then AI should be intelligent, right? Will it be sounding right for us? No. Next. So if you think, see, if someone is driving a car or automatic car, there should be a person behind it, in the sense, if you are driving a car, there should be a driver. Maybe you may not be knowing the components, but there should be a driver to it. And at the same time, if you take automatic cars also, there would be some remote controller or a person involved in making that things. So for a machine, there should be a person should be involved behind it. It must. So who is the driver of our body? So I've asked ChatGPT also, what is your purpose? It was telling me that I want to engage the people with my things, and I want to provide information, and it would be answering the questions and everything. And afterwards, I asked, who gave you the purpose? It was saying that a team of researchers and engineers gave me the purpose. And next, so does humans have also purpose in life? Yes. Yes. So this is a quote I've taken from James Clerk Maxwell. Almighty God, who has created man in the thine own image and made him living soul, that he might seek after thee and have dominion over thy creatures. Teach us to study works of thy hands, that we may subdue the earth to our use and strengthen the reason for the thy service. So receive thy blessed word, that we may believe on him who thou hast sent to give us knowledge of salvation and remission of our sins. So James Clerk Maxwell is telling that our main motto should be like believing in God, what he said, what is happening. It was his view. Next. And these are some insights of Vedanta. Consciousness would be coming from a living force, in the sense, if you are taking a rock and if you are throwing somewhere, you can tell, you can calculate where it would be moving. If you take a bird, just if you throw it, you cannot tell and there is something beyond it. And human beings also possess intelligence so that they can inquire about the things. If you take animals or any other thing, they cannot have that much intelligence to possess and ask what is who am I and every other thing. And other analogy is chariot analogy. If you take our body as a machine in the Vedantic perspective, our body is a chariot and the individual is a passenger, our Atman, and intelligence is the driver, and mind is a driving instrument. You can see the tropes that they are, and senses are odds. When these senses are uncontrolled, then mind gets uncontrolled. So intellectual thing also get under control. So when we go through these things, when we dedicate our time and mind towards Bhagavad Gita or any other thing, so slowly we can understand the thing that how we can control our mind, what is the way Vedantic perspective wanted to tell us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for this interesting presentation. Do we have any questions from the audience?
Hello. Okay. Thank you for the presentation. Interesting. Especially how you interact with the chat GPT. What is your purpose? And you asked who gave you the purpose, right? It was very interesting. So from that point of view, we as humans, do we have our own purpose or is it given by somebody? Sometimes it appears like somebody is giving us a purpose. How human's purpose is different from chat GPT purpose. Any thoughts?
ChatGPT or every other purpose is like to assist us in the things. Like if you want to do this thing, it would be assisting us. It would be making the computations or many things faster for us. It would be the purpose and answering the questions and everything. It would be defined. So to make our work easy and fast. But if you are taking purpose of a thing, and it is a thing defined in the Bhagavad Gita also. Purpose of our life is inquiring about God and who am I, where I came from, what is my existence. These are the things we should ourselves question us. We should move into it. Then we can understand.
But we are not following. We create a nation and give purpose for
Because it is not an individual being, we are an individual being. Because a machine is not a conscious being. It doesn't have any free will. We have the free will.
Thank you, sir.
One more question.
Yeah, we have one more question.
Okay. See, the different way I am asking the same question of Maharaj. See, we are training the machine.
Yes.
It's a trained model.
Yes.
We have the capability of making training of machine. Why can't we make training of individuals so that right? That's what he is also asked, right? Why we are failing to train individuals? Instead of that, we are going for making training of machines, which is not having emotional feelings, which is not having any other sentimental feelings. What we are going to get of these things?
Yes.
In a long-term view, not short-term view, right?
So if you take can you imagine life is without these machines? If you take AC or any other thing, automatically it would be taking the remote things and every other thing. Can you imagine if you take a washing machine also nowadays? Can you imagine life without a washing machine? You are going further and you are taking new normal for it. because of the things you would be getting lazy, but you are saving the time. Before, people used to have only few things, agriculture and doing some work or some trading. But nowadays people have made themselves so much complex that they are into many things. So if you are giving them to do uh, kapda dhona hai, to how it would be possible? With machines, we need to propagate. We cannot avoid this thing, right? If you are not adapting to the new normal, suddenly if I leave you on a Delhi and you don't have any mobile, and if you are not updated, then how you can move on with the things when you are not updated with this? These things are required. We should move parallelly with this. And the long term would be making us the things very sophisticated and easy for us. Hmm. Hmm.
Any more questions? Okay.
You have a question?
Huh? What?
What about the Tesla car? It operates by itself. And also, I would like to, can you compare with this time, space, and also consciousness? Like a tree branches a life, consciousness, and the stool table doesn't have.
Yeah.
So it has a space and time also for that. So you compare with those two.
Okay.
Yeah, Tesla car drives without, like if our pet is sitting in the car and it goes to the destiny when we operate.
But there would be a person involved in doing it, right? All of a sudden, it cannot have. Huh? Yes, there would be a controller, right? If and from the outside, he would be writing from this destination, I need to go this way. There would be some controller, and some people would be involved in it. Means all of a sudden, if you are going into a lab, you would say this machine exists. Nobody made it. Or we can say there would be someone behind it. At least some person. You cannot say all of a sudden it came. If there is some formations or any other thing, you cannot say that it is made out of somewhere. If we see it design and every other thing precisely, then we would be thinking it has been made by somebody. If you see the temple or any other place, if you are telling that who made it, there would be some person. We can intuitively say that there is some person behind it. And this consciousness and tree, I don't know much on this topic, space and time.
Okay, just a comment. That very good question. Why we are unable to train the human beings? We are able to train the AI models, machines. Yeah, because we have our own purpose. That purpose is to be happy, and that is different for different people. And unless we convince them and demonstrate them that they can really be happy by what you are trying to train, and actually put them to that process, they will not take. To conclude, we cannot give purpose by force to a living system. Living system has to accept by using its free will the purpose we are trying to give to the living system. Even another living system cannot give. So that is the nature of living systems. We have free will, like he already said. Swecha. So purpose, we all have our purpose. Like college, there is a purpose why everybody goes to college, but after going to college, we all have our own purpose. Right? So that aspect is there. But those who are responsible, at least they try to fulfill the purpose which they are sent. Though though they might be doing so many other purposes, they will at least complete the purpose they are sent to college. So there at least they consider that responsible citizens. So we can be responsible, it is responsible citizens, and then we can be noble and divine if you can really take the real purpose of human life similarly. So purpose cannot be imposed on anybody. Immediately, we cut off if anybody is trying too much forcing, or we have our free will. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.